Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King POSH. Today we're looking at this, the 2021 Cupra Formentor Vz5. I almost thought it was a V25, but it's Vz5. It's got 821 horsepower. This is from the stock engine, and I think it's got plenty of power. I can't wait to show you guys this great tin. Here's the show code if you'd like to have it. Got it? Great. It's called King's All-Wheel Drive Drift, and that's usually what I call my first tunes. King's All-Wheel Drive Drift, or KP's All-Wheel Drive Drift, or KPG All-Wheel Drive Drift, and then I move on to Master, Legend, and so on and so forth. The more and more I tweak these cars, I have to change the name, but this is usually where we start. We got 180.6 miles per hour out of this. It's on snow tire compound as usual. I did, take it on the car Astor drift zone, and for a free car, it wasn't that bad. Of course, it's got that anti-lag turbo on there. As you can tell, it is backfiring in its business. It gets great angle and has no problem controlling itself. You turn that wheel, it's going to turn. It is what it is. We were able to get over a 1.1 million with the car. It's not that bad. It got a 1.122, and 22 is my favorite number. If you didn't know, now you know. Either way, it's a great car, and for being free, I'm not going to complain. Would you? No, it's a free car. Love free cars. Let's get into this. Let's show you guys everything I've done to this thing. It's gorgeous the way it is, too. That matte black, it just looks great. Why change it? As I said, there's the stock powertrain. Alright, this one's got the turbo rally, of course, but you only get 668 horsepower. And here you get 821 horsepower. It's a no-brainer. We want more power, right? Right. And plus, I wish this thing had more power, to be honest. I think we should be able to get a higher horsepower, higher, displacement engine in this car. But the only downside on this car is you can't open up the, the hood. I don't know what's actually under there. It could be a V6. I'm not sure. It could be an inline four. I'm not sure. They don't let us see what's in there. I'd actually have to Google the car to figure out what it's running. It's sad. Either way, we got the stock drivetrain, which is all-wheel drive. I didn't touch anything on here. All that, it looks good on there. I do get it, but, it adds weight. We don't want to be adding weight to this thing. Alright? Same as that, they could have just, upped the lip on the back end, make it a little bit more fancy, but they had to try to put that up there, and it just doesn't look right. So, it is what it is. We got that snow tire compound. Now, you can run a drift tire compound, but look. You get more grip. Alright, now if you're going to look at this, let's see here, anything, yeah, so either way, it's still more grip. Alright, and everything else is definitely a lot more grip. We got stock tire. Stock tire has less grip than drift tire compound, which I would usually use if, this wasn't the case, but this has less grip and you're drifting. When you're drifting, you want to have the least amount of grip as possible. I mean, honestly, you can go with this if you really want to. That has, the least amount of grip. I personally don't like the drag tire compound because it can get really dicey to handle. And for a lot of people, they don't like it. And, I listen to you guys. You guys like the snow tire compound. I'm going to keep rocking the snow tire compound because I love the snow tire compound. Alright, we got the stock width in the front and in the rear. Keep those tires as thin as possible. We want to slide for days. and be able to have full control, and that's why we run the Snow Tower compound. Alright, we got the Wed Sport TC105Ns. Are my favorite rims. Are at the bottom here. They're pretty easy to find, as you can tell. They're right there. Alright, and they're in the Sport rim style. You got 20s in the front and 20s in the rear. You're going to get a max of 22s on there if you really wanted to. And actually, that wouldn't be bad. If you don't mind, you know, with the added weight, you could go this route because you're making the tires harder and will make you slide, you know, harder. Either way, you know, I try to make my cars light for you guys as much as possible. That is an option. You can, you know, do that. That's why I show you guys my tunes, so you guys can change anything you need to change. You got the stock track width. I did look at all this stuff, but look, the handling increases. It's a green. We don't want green. We want red. All right, we want as red as we can, and we can't get red out of that, so just leave it as is. All right, you got the race clutch. You got a race transmission 6-speed. You do have a race transmission there, and a lot of people probably pick it, but go to the 6-speed, okay? Because look at that. You got a race transmission, the car's already heavier. So, just listen to me. I know what I'm doing. Now, of course, let's look over here. There's the 4-speed. You can save weight on there, but we're only working with 821 horsepower. All right. I wanted to have some extra gears to this car. Race drive line and a drift differential. Alright, we got race brakes. We missed that. We got drift springs and dampeners. This isn't like the electric version. The electric version doesn't have a drift kit. But I'm used to tuning cars since Forza Motorsport, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where we didn't have, well, 7 now has a drift kit, but they didn't. They didn't when they first started. Either way, it is what it is. This one has drift springs on there. It's got anti-roll bars for the front and in the rear. So it's got all that just to save weight, you know, of course. Of course it does, you know. Roll cage, you know, leave it stock, because look at that, it has 150 something pounds. Who wants that? Of course, we got the race weight reduction. We're saving the devil's numbers. I didn't even realize that until now. We're saving the devil's numbers with this thing. This thing is clearly evil. And here, look at this. We can get all that power. Oh yeah. All that power out. And just, I mean, max everything out to all the ability, all the way through. Go with the race turbo with anti-lag system to get that instant power at all times. That's what you want. That's what you need. That's what we need, okay? Got that race flywheel. There you have it. Let's get right to, well, here's the Car Master. I haven't touched anything. But they are giving you 15,000 credits on top of giving you the car for free. It's not a bad deal. Hey, it's 15,000 credits. That's, you know, a couple upgrades. So, here is the tune. I gave you guys a 15-15 only because I felt that, like, the car was too slidey. Isn't that his thing? Who knows? Either way, I gave you guys a little bit more grip. I wanted to give you guys, you know, a little help with it to control the slide. Even with this, it's still super slidey. Okay, and you can always change that if you want to. Here is my gearing. As you can tell, it's a little weird. All right, we got a nice, you know, gear here that goes, you know, there. And you got a little longer gear there. And then a little longer gear there. And then short, and then long. It all works out. It all works out well. All you're going to be worried about is this gear, this gear, this gear. Okay? You might have to use this gear. Might. Alright, and then you have a traveling gear. Gives you a top speed of 180.5 miles an hour. Not too bad from if you're driving from one location to another. Alright, unless you're going to drift there. That's a whole different story. Alignment, I decided to make this thing really easy with you guys, all right? It's got a straight build. It's got a straight build, all right? And with that power, the 821 horsepower, I wanted to get, you know, the maximum out there for you guys without compensating, like, you know, handling and controlling for you guys. So that's what I did. Anti-roll bars are maxed out. Springs are maxed out. This thing's stiff as a rock, and it works out well. I just lowered everything, even though the back end is a little higher. You know, you just might have to sit up on your seat a little bit if you want to look outside the mirrors, especially the rear view mirror, to see who's behind you. You know, and that's always important. You know, as long as they're behind you, it doesn't matter. Dampening, we got 21 and 20 and 20. There is no downforce to worry about. Braking, I left it at stock. Alright, it's not like my electric vehicle where I have 70% to the front with 130% pressure. This is just stock for you guys. And then my differential is 76, 86, 97, 97. But they have 86% going to the rear versus my electric one. The electric one has 55%. Alright, so, and that's just how it works with those electric motors. You know, if you did 86%, as I tried to do with the electric motor, it was just too wonky for my liking. And if it was too wonky for my liking, you guys wouldn't like it. So, you know, it is what it is. So there it is. There is the tune, the build, the replay. It's not that bad of a car. It's free. Honestly, you know, all you had to do was go into wherever your messages are. All right. And it was all in gifts. It would have been all right above all these gifted VIP super wheel spins that I have. Look at all these. I haven't even touched them. All right. All right. Look at this. Look at these tune setup rewards right there. Look at that. Isn't that insane? 420,000 credits on that one. So, you know, look at that. From 18 to 24. Going for 18, you zero out. Look at that. Unreal, you know. People don't like tunes. People don't do the whole shabam of trying to like tunes. And a lot of people don't even know how to like a tune. So, and I've covered that long ago, and I'm going to get into it now. But you know what? Hey, people are using them. Look at that. 1,673 uses. So, you know, it is what it is, and it all works out. Look at that. At least, hey, I'm getting one like. Look at that. 102 downloads and one like, but 210 uses. I don't know. It is what it is. You know? As you can tell, it takes off right off the bat. You press down your D-pad. If you got it set up, you can see you get that instant power. No problem. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, you're not going to drift with that. You're going to press down your D-pad. Look at that. Second gear is great. And I'm not even touching the steering wheel right now. There I am. Now I am. I was scratching my beard. That's right. But it's super smooth. It really works well. I'm not going to take it through there. I'm going to let you take it through there, see what it can do. It is actually not that bad. Through that little section there, I think you're going to be surprised. And you're going to be rocking second, third gear with this car. And absolutely loving it. It does sound good. Like I said, I don't know what's underneath the bonnet or hood, however you want to call it. I would have to actually Google it and see what we are running. You know, because I mean, you go into here, you know, and that's the problem. It just says stock powertrain. I mean, we got a 3.0 that would actually indicate that it's a V6. That's exactly what I would be thinking. You know, when I think 3.0, I do actually think of V6 engine. So that is possibly of what it actually has underneath the hood or bonnet, depending on what you call it. But yeah. I wish they would say, oh yeah, this is this and this and this, you know, the exact what engine it is. That would be kind of nice, you know, instead of just saying stock powertrain swap. Because when you go over here, it tells you what the engine is that you can put in there. Well, why can't you do that for the stock? Why can't you tell us? Do you even know? You know, the game's been out for how long? You don't even know? Who knows? It is what it is. Well, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you do, definitely hit that like button. And I'll catch you guys next time. Stay sideways, my friends, and have a wonderful week. Until next time. Peace out.